Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Please excuse this absolute mess going on my head. I've had a lot of arguments with my hair this morning and we've resorted to a hairband which doesn't really fit my hair because I do have a rather large head. So yeah, please ignore that. For today I'm going to be doing part 2 of the Vogue 73 question tag, which Fabulous Hannah started, I think. Obviously it is originally like a Vogue celebrity thing, but YouTube-wise I think Fabulous Hannah did start it. God, I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair. If my hairband comes off halfway through the video, you know it's because we've had another argument. But yeah, without further rambling, let's carry on with the question. Okay, what's your favourite holiday? And my favourite holiday, I'm guessing this means more like season, I think we call it in the UK. But I'd say my favourite has to be Christmas. I don't think holidays are that widely celebrated in the UK. Obviously in America I think Easter's quite big out there and like Halloween is huge in America, whereas here, yes, we do have them, but they're like not overly popular. Like I feel like it's more children celebrate them. I'd probably have to say Christmas, considering that's like our main one and like, everyone goes really big at Christmas, so probably Christmas. But obviously birthdays as well, I love birthdays. If you could raid one women's closet, who would it be? And oh my gosh, this is so hard. I have ages trying to think, and probably someone like Kendall or Hailey Bieber. Like I love their styles. But then also like Princess Diana, she like was the one who originally started like the jumpers with cycling shorts, and I love that they're so popular at the moment. So someone like that. I know they're completely different, but I have sort of like comfy, classy like vibes. If you could switch lives with one person for the day, who would it be? I would have to say someone like Kylie Jenner, because her life just looks absolutely insane. Like the party she threw for Stormzy, I nearly said Stormy, with all the trolls and stuff, like oh my gosh, that was so cool. And she had like Stormy Fest. Like I would love to see what it's like living in her huge mansion with like that cinema room and stuff. It's one thing you've always wanted to try but you've always been scared to do. Probably like singing lessons. I'd love to be able to sing. Like I like to think I can sing, but in reality I just sing in the shower and I am horrendous. In my head I'm amazing though. But definitely singing lessons. I feel like that's such a cool skill to have and like it's so impressive, so probably singing lessons. One thing you wish you knew age 19. I mean, I'm not 19, so I'll say when I'm like starting secondary school, I really like not letting people's opinions of you affect the way you are. Especially when I was younger, I was very, very heavily influenced by what people thought or like how people were. I definitely was a bit more like following the crowd instead of creating my own pathway, if that makes sense. I wish I was a lot more like headstrong back then, because I did like give in to a lot of things which I probably wouldn't do now. Besides your phone or wallet, what's a couple of must-have purse items? And at the moment, obviously hand sanitizer. I'd say like a Sudoku book, because if you're like me, you go on like the trains quite a lot. I go on the train to see my dad, well not so much now because I drive, but like I used to go on the train and bus and stuff to college and see my dad. So back then I definitely say my Sudoku book because it like passed the time. If you were not a blogger or group fitness instructor, I mean, or neither, but if you weren't doing YouTube and doing you're gonna say, what if you weren't doing YouTube and university, what would you be doing? And I'd say probably just working in retail. There's nothing wrong with that, but I have quite high ambitions, and I worked in retail for a few years. Like I worked in a cafe and I worked at like a really big high street shop, so probably still doing that. I can't think of anything else I would be doing. Oh my gosh, my hair. What's something you can't do? And I can't, as I said, sing. I feel like that's such a basic thing. I think that is like quite like a unique talent people have. But apart from that, obviously there's a lot of things, but that's something which like screams out at me. Where was the best vacation you ever taken? I'd say Milan, Italy. Just like everything, the culture, like not even like the cultures are quite similar to us, but like everyone just looks so stylish. Like it's exactly how you see in like the films and like magazines and stuff. Just the buildings are so like old and beautiful, and the shops, obviously Milan's like one of the fashion capitals of the world, so like there's so many designer shops which I can't afford anything in, but it's lovely like walking around the department stores and the food. So definitely Milan. I've been to Orlando in Florida and I loved that, but that's more of like a theme park holiday. You don't go there to like look around quite the same, and I'm such like a city explorer. Like I wouldn't want to live in the city, but I love visiting cities like London, Milan. I've been to Madrid, Paris. Like I just love visiting cities. What's something you always travel with? And I always travel with my iPad, whether that's on a train, like a long train journey, a plane, the car, because like my iPad is literally like this thing. If you want to invest in anything, whether that be something which can help you out on long journeys, an iPad is so good, because obviously it's a lot more smaller and lighter than carrying a laptop around, and you can watch films, play games. Like, I just love my iPad. Favourite food, and oh my gosh, that's so hard, I'm such a foodie. I'd probably have to say like halloumi, pizza, pasta, paella. Definitely savoury food. Banoffee pie though, I love banoffee pie. So sorry I keep fiddling with this hairband, it's the bane of my life at the moment. What's one city you've always dreamed of travelling to? And it would have to be New York. I feel like everyone wants to visit New York in their lifetime. My boyfriend's been there a couple of times and says it's literally amazing. It's exactly how you'd picture it. And I'd love to visit there in the Christmas winter period, because it's meant to be beautiful, and like Christmas shopping in New York, ice skating in New York just sounds amazing. I'd love to visit New York. Favourite dessert, and I did briefly say this, but definitely banoffee pie. I love like caramelly desserts. I'm not a big fan of chocolate desserts, obviously. I love chocolate cake, but it's not my favourite. Like, I'd way prefer like a fruity or like a caramelly dessert over a chocolatey dessert. So probably banoffee pie. I love crumble, like apple pie or apple crumble. Snack, and I love Snacker Jacks, like rice cakes. Be that the caramel, I like the big ones. I think they're like, I just like them. The caramel one or the chocolate chip one, the salt and vinegar ones. I just love them. They're so like low calorie and light, but then I like the crunchiness. But then fruit wise, probably like banana. What's a movie that made you cry? And this is gonna make me sound so silly, but Tangled. I always seem to cry in Tangled, and I don't know why. But more generic ones, probably like The Notebook. Obviously everyone cries at The Notebook. Love Rosie, Me Before You, that's a lovely film. What's your favourite movie of the last 5 years? And The Greatest Showman, that came out in the last 5 years, so probably The Greatest Showman. I can't pick one because I love movies. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I watched that this morning actually. Can't think nothing. Jumanji, the Jumanjis are really good. What's the one talent you wish you had? And I wish I was naturally like sporty. Like, I just have no stamina. Like, I love fitness, don't get me wrong, I always do like exercises, but when it comes to like running or cycling, like I just don't have the stamina. Another thing, I wish I was more flexible. Like, I've always done dance since I was the age of 4, but when we were doing the warm-ups, everyone was so bendy, like they could like get their hand face to the floor when we were doing our exercises, and I was just not bendy. Like, I'm just naturally not flexible. Like, no matter how much I try, like I'm not a flexible person, so I wish I was more flexible. What's your favourite exercise? And definitely like HIIT exercises. My favourite actual like type of exercise, I love like core stuff, so I love like toe touches, crunches, ab hold, stuff like that. I love sort of ones you can do at home, like just anytime you want, like throw your gym mat down or just do it on the floor. I way prefer that than like going on a run. I feel like it takes a lot more energy and effort to go for a run. That makes me sound so lazy. But when the gyms are open, I love going to the gym, like going on the running machines and just using the like weight machines. What's your favourite band? And do we even need to answer this one? It's One Direction. I love this question. What's your favourite fast food order? And I think Nando's does class as fast food. I was talking to that about with my mum and trying to work it out, because it's not like cheaper, it's not as cheap as like McDonald's or like Burger King or something, but it's not as expensive as having like a sit down meal in like Zizzi's or Wagamama's or something like that. So my two favourite, I can't choose between 3. I would say my 3 favourite fast food. Taco Bell, I've only had it once, but oh my gosh, it was amazing. I'm such a Mexican food girl. McDonald's, obviously everyone loves McDonald's, and Nando's, so I'll give you my 3 orders for that. Taco Bell, I get the quesadilla. The quesadilla is amazing, and their chips are so good. If you like the barbecue, I think it's just barbecue Pringles, they almost like taste like they're coated in whatever those Pringles are coated in, and they're so good. So that's what I'd get from Taco Bell. McDonald's, I get a McChicken sandwich with fries and an Oasis, and then if I'm hungry I will get mozzarella sticks as well, or obviously they change their cheese bites a lot, so whichever cheese bites they have at the time, I'm not really fussy. I liked the jalapeno ones they had a while ago because I'm not a big fan of spice, however I do quite like a little tiny bit, just like hint of something, so I liked them. And then from Nando's I get the butterfly chicken. As you can tell, I'm not really vegetarian anymore. I don't eat half as much meat as I used to, but I do allow myself to have some if I want it. I'd get the butterfly chicken lemon and herb spice with regular chips, because I'm not the biggest spice fan. As I said, I like a little bit, but I wouldn't like order it on top of something, if that makes sense. And then I'd get either tender stem broccoli or corn on the cob. That's like my Nando's order. You don't want to be doing in 10 years time. and probably living at home. Like I will be 28, going nearly 29, which is scary. So definitely I would have thought I'd move out by then. I'm hoping to move out by like end of this year's time. So definitely that. Not like I don't love living at home, but I feel like 28, most people have moved out by then. What's the cutest thing on planet Earth? And oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. I just say like baby animals, like how cute is like a little kitten or a little puppy, or like, I don't know, just cute little things. Babies are cute, and a lot of people have, I feel like babies are something people find them really annoying because they like scream and cry, but that just doesn't faze me. Like, I just think they're so cute. What's the best thing that happened this year? And I probably have to say passing my first year of uni. I just didn't really see it coming. I found it so tricky, especially as if you did, oh sorry, my typing's not done properly. If you did college, you know that you could get resubs, whereas university you don't do that. So I was like, and I used to rely on my resubs, so definitely passing my first year of college because I just didn't see it coming. I mean university, my first year of university. What's your favourite cocktail? I definitely, it's a toss-up between porn star martinis and pina coladas. I'm such like a coconut and like pineapple-y sort of person. Like I love that sort of like tropically flavour, but then I love porn star martinis. I mean, I'm not the biggest alcohol drinker, but if I was to have an alcoholic drink, it would be something between that. Which movie makes you laugh the hardest? And probably Mrs. Doubtfire. I've actually only just watched it, which my boyfriend found crazy because he grew up with that film. But Robin Williams is the most talented person, I think, that's ever like graced our screens. Like he is so talented. He's so good at like accents and like voice impressions, if that makes sense. And like he's such a good actor, so probably that, or if not that, probably Elf. Elf is so funny. It's my favourite Christmas film. What do you usually eat for dinner? And I don't really have like a set thing I have every night. But as a family, what do we eat a lot? I guess like chili con carne, we eat quite a lot of chili. I guess sausage and mash. Just like classic like British meals. What do you usually eat for breakfast? And I usually just have cereal, be that fruit and fibre, which is probably my favourite. Honey Cheerios. What's your favourite thing in the world? Probably the people who I share it with. What's your favourite colour? And my favourite colour is yellow. I just love it. It's such like a happy colour, and it's such like a summery, like, I don't know, I just love the colour yellow. What colour clothing do you wear the most of? And probably white. I like wearing white because it's like a clean colour. If not, it's definitely like grey, white or black. Like I'm so boring. What are 3 words to describe living in the San Francisco Bay Area? I'm guessing these questions are what they asked a celebrity. So I'm going to say what are 3 words to describe living in Devon. I've lived here all my life. It's the southwest of England, right down south on the coast. So it's a lovely, I would say coastal. I mean, quite boring because no like concerts come down here. I don't have that many like tourist attractions near where I live, so probably coastal, boring and beautiful. Like I live on the Jurassic Coast, so it's such like a beautiful area of the UK. So coastal, bit boring, but beautiful. Do you like surprises? No, I hate surprises. Don't get me wrong, I like a surprise where I don't know it's coming. Like I don't like when my mother's like, oh, I've got a surprise for you for your birthday, because I would just want to know what it is. Like I hate surprises, whereas if I like have no clue and then I'm surprised, it's normally a good surprise. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't normally mind that, but it's when I know there's a surprise coming but I don't know what it's going to be. What's one thing you've had to learn the hard way? Probably that like money isn't endless. Like especially when I first like got my like debit card and like my mum and dad would give me pocket money on it if I like did something good. I would just spend it and then I'd have nothing left. And then I'd be like, Mum, can I have some money? And then she's like, no, Emily, you need to earn it. You can't just get given these things. So definitely like money isn't endless, so you need to save. Well, something you're tired of, and definitely like unnecessary negativity. Like people putting people down without even knowing them or understanding their lives. And I also hate the whole like cancel culture going on. Like yes, people do bad, and I'm not going to go into anything, but I'm not saying that people have done bad, but I hate how people just like get cancelled. Like I just don't know, I really don't agree with it. Who do you turn to when you're sad? And it'd have to be either my boyfriend or like my family, because obviously they know me better than anyone. One trend you wish would disappear forever, and probably like, as family talented, like low-rise jeans. Like what is the point? Like they're so unflattering. Even if you're like got like a really good stomach, I just don't think it looks good. Like it feels like I feel like you need to just pull them up. I think this is the final question. What did you want to do with your life at age 12? And I used to want to go into like beauty, like makeup and all things like stage makeup, going into like TV shows and doing makeup on there. I still, don't get me wrong, would love that. However, I'm not really into makeup quite as much as I used to. As you can tell, I'm letting my natural spots run free today. I think I've answered all those 73 questions. I've really enjoyed this sort of video. I love sort of like chatty sit down videos. They're so nice to film, they're so relaxing. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Leave in the comments below other videos you'd like me to do, and I will see you all very soon. I'm not sure when that will be, but it will be soon with a new video. Bye bye.